So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to create a website with Cloud9 engine. This is my workspace name, the description, public. Clone from Git. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to. It doesn't really matter what template you choose, but I'm going to choose the Node JavaScript anyway. Then you create the workspace and then you wait. Once you have created and it has finally loaded, you can see I have a template here with Node JavaScript, and it's basically like a chat system, but that's not really what I want to build. So I'm just going to select everything and just delete. So what is time to do now is that we are going to create some files, and actually how to do that, the most efficient way to do it in Node JavaScript is by doing it in the console. So I want to go into the Goblin file. So you type cd and then g and then you press tab and you get the right name. So now we're in the Goblin Economist. And then we can type, we're going to type touch app.js, which is going to be our starting point. Now I'm a bit confused. Okay, there it is. I just had to refresh. Then we're going to we're going to npm init, I believe it is. Yeah, we're going to create our package.json. Name Goblin Economist, that's fine. Version, fine. Description, Goblin Economist website 2. Entry app.js, yes, because entry point means that this is the starting point, so the app.js is going to be our starting point basically. Test command, don't really need one. Git repository, no. Keywords, let's put in some keywords. Shackle Developers, Eric Peterson. Yeah, we can add the keywords later anyway. I'm going to show you how. Author Eric Peterson, Shackle. License, standard license, it is okay, yes. And we created a package.json. You can see the keywords. You can just fill it up here if you want to, and we're going to do that in the future. But for now, this is what we need: app.js and the package.json. And we are going to install some packages first. Now, there's a really good way when you are creating your variables that's going to require the modules or packages that we're going to use. And instead of typing like this, that you're creating a variable on each line, I'm creating a const. And instead of having one line per variable, I'm creating a const once, and then I'm just adding all the others to it. So I have to write const once. So, and using const basically means you cannot change its value. So whatever value this have, it will never be changed because it's basically impossible to change it. But if you're using just a variable like this, these are easily changed. I can change them, but you can change these ones. And all of these are the modules that we're going to use. And as you can see, some of the things we have to create a models folder and so on. But that's not that. But that's okay. We're going to do that. So I just wanted to show you this really quickly, that this is the way to write your code if you want. I mean, if you're creating Node JavaScript applications. So you write the variable type once, and then you can just stack them to once. You can stack them all on one line, but it doesn't really look nice. You can do that when you're done with the application, but for now I'm going to leave it like that. So there are two things I would like to add quickly when I'm going to develop the app.js document or file. I want to start with the default request handler, and I'm going to add the setup IP and port, and I'm going to tell you what they do. So first, app.get basically means that going to try and get a route. So it's a get request. So if you type the asterisk, the star, it's going to be a cat channel that catches anything. So you can try and get any route. It can be any name, it can be numbers, whatever. This is the default route. So basically the idea to have this default route is that if I have 10 other routes, but you type in a route that doesn't exist, it's going to redirect you to the start page. So that's basically what it's going to do. Redirect you to the start page if the page you're trying to enter does not exist. And then app.listen, and we have 3, or actually let's just start by saying that app.listen means that basically the server is going to listen on a port and IP address, and process.env.port is going to select the correct route port, and process.env.ip is going to select the IP address. I'm actually not too sure how it figures out which IP address it should be, because on my server I only redirect from the company that I bought the domain from. I type in the IP address of my server, and on the server I use the redirect to this document app.js. So I'm not really too sure exactly how it works, but somehow it figures out what IP address it should be listening on, and what port should also be listening on. And then you simply want a console log statement that says, in this case it should say Goblin Economist. Yeah, type the goblineconomist.com. So basically when I start the server on my server, when I start a Node.js server, it's going to say in the console www.goblineconomist.com server started, which is a nice message. Now I would like to start creating some files that I'm going to use, which is basically going to be views. Now a view is basically like an HTML page. So for example, if I have a website and I have a page for login, one page for about us, and one page for contact, and so on and so on. If you're just doing static HTML without any backend, it's just called a page. But if you are using a framework like I am, I'm using Node.js Express, it's not called a page, it's called a view. So right now I would like to go into my Goblin folder. Now I can right click and create new folder, new file, but that's not the most efficient way. The most efficient way is to do it by the console, even though I'm still not very good at it, but it's going to be of use in the future when I'm better at it. So if you want to make so I have to go into the folder. As you can see, I'm in the right folder. I'm in this one, and that's where I want to create my new map. And I type mk dir, which stands for make directory, and it's going to be named Goblin Economist Views for SEO, the sake of SEO. And then I want to cd into Goblin Economist Views, and I already know that I need a login page, a login view. So touch login.ejs. The EJS stands for embedded JavaScript, which is basically the view. And I want to have register.ejs. I want to have index.ejs, which is the starting page. Now I need to go back because I want to make a new directory, and it's going to be called it's going to be templates. Make direction. Okay, so Goblin Economist templates. And this directory, Goblin templates. Right, so the new directory I made is going to have templates which are going to be copied and used in every view. So you're going to understand how it works when I show you the code, but for now I need to create 3 files, which are going to be touch above title.ejs. I want to create touch below title.ejs and touch footer.ejs. I would like to say thank you for watching, and in the next video I'm going to start creating the views and going to explain how the template works.